Stop that thief!
Curse it, I haven't even done anything yet.
The room is spinning.
You there. Want to earn some coin and confound the law?
Just when I needed some company.
Happened to spot a certain thief scamper up the wall behind me to escape that Lion Guard captain. Course you did. A skeever can always sniff out another skeever. If you're in the business of risk and reward, I've got a proposition for you. Yep, skeever. As in a sharp cutter with a nose for opportunity. That thief was Quen. She needs help with a caper. Preferably from a stranger in town. Someone not concerned about breaking a few of the king's laws. You interested? First, throw that Lion Guard off Quen's trail. Then go talk to her about the caper. It involves a rare and valuable item in a rich lord's estate. Naturally, you'll get a cut. But she plans to use it to form the local gangs into a new thieves guild. One step at a time. Get rid of Captain Sansone over there. Tell him you saw the thief he was chasing head out of town. Then go meet up with Quen at the Rosy Lion Inn. Tell her Nevo sent you, and she'll fill you in on what comes next. A friend. If that's true, she'll be pleased to see you. As far as the details, it's not my story to tell. Ask Quen. She hired me to find her some qualified outside talent to work with. I'd say you fit the bill, Cutter. She's new in town. Arrived on a ship from Abba's landing a few weeks back. I hear she's high up in the Thieves Guild there, and came to lend our local gangs a hand. Anyway, Quen cleverly hired me to keep her informed. And she pays well. Quen must have powerful enemies back in Hugh's Bane. Someone drew up a royal warrant for her arrest, and sent copies throughout the Covenant. Captain Sansone's a diligent sort, so he's been watching for her. Just bad luck he spotted her, I guess. Me? No, they call me Skeever, but I don't do capers. And I avoid the law, especially Captain Sansone, who knows me well. I deal in information. If it happens in Daggerfall, I hear all about it, and I pass it to my friends, for a small fee. Why should I? Skeevers are clever, resourceful, quick to sniff out opportunity, and they're everywhere. They get fat on what the fine people of society throw away. I admire them, Cutter. No shame in that.
You look far too serious for this place.
You there! Did you see a dark-haired high elf woman run by? She's a dangerous fugitive and must be apprehended. I'm tracking Queneth, a thief from Abba's Landing. Also goes by the name of Quen. King Casimir issued a royal warrant for her arrest, for crimes against the kingdom and the Covenant. That's enough for me. Quickly now, which way did she go? Damn. Of course she'd flee the city, now that she realizes Captain Sansone of the Lion Guard is after her. You have my thanks, citizen, and the thanks of the Crown as well. She can't be far. I'll get her this time.
Well done, Cutter. Quen's waiting at the Rosy Lion, so get moving.
If your information's correct, we have to move quickly.
I agree. The leaders of the three gangs need to see some results, or this guild idea of yours will be finished before it starts.
Now this is a surprise. What in the world are you doing in Daggerfall? I have so much to tell you, which should probably wait since I'm a little busy at the moment, but I definitely want to catch up later. You got rid of the captain? Impressive. And Nevo has an excellent sense of timing. Basil here just told me our Mark plans to sell the object of our attention, so we need to move fast. How do you feel about breaking into Iveria's estate? A rather old book, the Codex Vornet. It's said to hold the secret of Sage Vornet's legendary repository, the Nowhere Vault. Lord Iveri recently acquired the tome and keeps it locked in his strong room. I want to get my hands on that book. Can't get the one without the other. But it's not for me. It's to unite the thieves of Daggerfall. They've been forced together by the threat of a powerful cartel, but bickering and distrust holds them back. The Nowhere Vault can change that. Go upstairs and retrieve the estate map left for me in a jewelry box. I'd go myself, but someone rented the room. And thanks to Sansone, the less attention I draw right now, the better. Then meet me at Iveri Estate, on the north side of the city. Basil sent word to the Thieves Guild in a bar's landing, looking for advice on how to form a guild here in Glenumbra. I was dispatched to help the 3 Daggerfall gangs set aside their differences and work together. So far, it's not going that well. Since the rise of the Coldane Cartel, definitely. Part mercantile guild, part criminal syndicate, they're intent on crushing smaller gangs. If we can't help Daggerfall's thieves stand together, I fear they'll fall to the cartel. A bar's landing could use allies in High Rock. When our people need to lay low, they could hide here. When we have goods too well known to fence back home, we could sell them here. Naturally, we'd do the same for Daggerfall's thieves. It's a win-win. That's a good question. The Lion Guard generally leaves thieves like me to the city guards, but Captain Sansone is relentless. Apparently he received a warrant for my arrest for crimes against the realm. Serious enough. It means the warrant has the royal stamp of approval. Seems a message from a bar's landing reached King Casimir soon after I arrived here, and he signed for my arrest. Obviously, it's some sort of mistake. Not while I still have work to do. I can't afford to spend months in a cell while some magistrate tries to determine my innocence. And if it's not a mistake, if someone has plotted against me, I might never leave that cell. I've been good. Things in a bar's landing are much better than they were when you last visited. We're comfortable in our situation these days. In fact, I travel a lot, looking for opportunities to work with thieves in other cities. Velsa is still Velsa, and Walk Softly is just as dapper as ever. Plus, the guild's prospering under Zira. She has a gift for strategy. She saw an opportunity here and sent me. A smart move, if I can bring these 3 gangs together. We can get into all that later. Right now, let's concentrate on the Iveri Estate and securing the Codex. The leaders of the Daggerfall gangs are good, but knowing I've got you to help out too, well, now I feel much better about our prospects.
Quen's gone on ahead. Good luck, stranger. I would hate for you to disappoint her. Good luck at the estate. Sage Vornet's Codex could lead to riches beyond imagining. Not just wealth, but knowledge, magic, power. Pulling off such a heist is just the thing to get our 3 disparate gangs to realize the value of working together. I've always been fascinated with the stories about Sage Vornet. He's a true Breton hero. I became particularly intrigued with the tales of his vault, and the book that described its secrets and how to access them. The Codex Vornet. Lord Iveri collects rare Breton manuscripts and other items of historical importance. He acquired the Codex and offered it for sale. I made a bid, but he rescinded the offer. Then I learned he plans to sell it to someone else this very day. There are tales of people who claim they found the Nowhere Vault. Proof is sadly lacking, however. I suspect the Codex's clues are too obtuse for casual treasure hunters or collectors like Lord Iveri. We'll know more once you and Quen acquire it.
Over here! This is the spot! You got the map? It's amazing what a few coins slipped to the right servant can buy. Let's have a look. Ah, the larder. That's our way in. And hopefully the first step in bringing Daggerfall's gangs together as a proper thieves guild. Celine Menant controls House Menant. Her people are burglars and swindlers. Edwayne's street hawks consist of footpads and pickpockets working the streets of Daggerfall, while Abrasia's roadsworn conduct highway robberies of caravans and travellers. That's still an open question. Basil, who ran House Menant before turning it over to his daughter, petitioned my guild for assistance. The three gangs are trying to resist the more aggressive Coldane cartel, but the leaders don't get along. That's my plan in a nutshell. Now pick the lock while I keep watch. Then we sneak to the larder door on the south corner of the house and slip inside. Lordy Very keeps his rarest tomes in the house's strong room. That's where we'll find the Codex. Don't forget the part where we slip away with no one the wiser. Avoid bloodshed and don't draw attention to yourself. We don't want the city guard or Captain Sansone looking to pin a murder on me when we're done here. Good going. Now let's get in there. Meet you at the larder door. Just avoid the sentries. We don't want to kill anyone. Who locks a servant's door anyway? Never mind, I've got it. So far, so good. Let's find ourselves a Codex. Excellent. No servants in sight. Time to... Wait! Get down!
Bridget says the Major Domo has one key to the strong room. The other's in Iveri's nightstand.
I'll get it. His room's in the North Hall, right? Any valuables I pass along the way, I'm helping myself.
Whatever. Bridget said what's in the strong room is all that matters. So let's get that key.
Coldane cartel thugs? What are they doing here? We need to rethink things. I wasn't expecting to find the Coldane cartel prowling the estate. Oh, Basil said Lordy Very had a new buyer, but I didn't think it would be these ruffians. I can't believe they're after the Codex too. One and the same. They claim to be a mercantile guild, but they're just violent thugs bent on dominating High Rock's criminal underworld. The thieves we're helping are the only ones still willing to stand up to the cartel. Doesn't matter. They're after the keys to the strong room. We need to get them first. I'll find the Major Domo's key. You get the one in the Lord's bedchamber. We'll meet at the strong room, which the map indicates is upstairs by the banquet hall. Careful, you shouldn't go dropping the L word into casual conversation. Could give a person the wrong idea. I'd like to avoid a fight if at all possible. Still, if worse comes to worse, do what you need to do. Get the key from the bedchamber, then meet me by the banquet hall upstairs.
Mother Mara, I hope my husband knows what he's doing. Coldane's brutes are simply awful.
There you are. Come on, it's this way. Two locks. Clever. We need to turn our keys at the same time. As the Bretons say, voila, we're in. Look for the Codex, and anything else that catches your eye. I want to make sure that's all we need. That looks intriguing. Hang on to it so we can show Basil later. You found the Codex? Great! That's everything. Let's talk. You found the Codex Vornet and an amulet? Prowler's Talisman. Name's engraved right on it. Not sure what this Prowler's Talisman does, but maybe Basil has some idea. I did find papers related to the Codex, though. An heirloom that's a key. Interesting. And why is Lordy Very keeping it in the bank instead of this strong room? Looking at the Codex, I can't read a word of it. I hope Basil can help us decipher it. Lord Iveri couldn't read a word of the Codex either. In the notes I found, he speculated that it's magically encrypted. He planned to ask the Mages Guild about some new research that might help decipher it. Time to go. Here, let me have the Codex. You did a good job staying out of sight, but those cartel thugs we saw could arrive at any moment. Let's take a different route out of the estate. The map shows a side passage leading from this room. We should be able to stay out of sight, but mind your step anyway. You may have noticed, Lord Iveri has several valuable pieces on display. Feel free to grab something on the way out. This way. I don't want those cartel thugs to find us here. Excellent. The passage should keep us hidden from...
I'll be damned if I'm going to give Coldane the Codex now. I'm done with your cartel.
Let's see what's going on.
Now, Lord Iveri. The cartel's here to protect you. No need to get angry.
My estate is crawling with your thugs, and someone stole a key from my major domo. We're finished here.
No one walks away from a deal with Gavin Coldane and lives, my lord.
The cartel's not playing around. Time for us to leave. Meet me at the Thieves' Den in the Daggerfall Outlaws' Refuge. Oh, I can't leave this, but we need to go. Grab anything not bolted down and run for it before they catch us.
Lord Iveri should have hired better guards.
Bridget said no Iveri survivors. Kill them all.
You stuck your nose where it don't belong, sneak. You pay for this. The cartel will see to that.
That was an exit. Quen said you might come this way. Keep going, Cutter. I'll make sure you aren't followed. Quen's waiting for you back at the Thieves' Den. You'll find it in the Outlaws' Refuge. If you don't know your way around Daggerfall, there's an entrance just outside the city's east gate. Quen asked me to watch the estate. Make sure you made a clean escape and misdirect any pursuit away from the Thieves' Den. You'll be happy to know you're halfway to Rivenspire already. What was all that racket inside? The cartel. Those thugs are nothing but trouble. How much you want to wager they're already blaming some bloody-handed housebreakers for the Lord's death? Get to the Thieves' Den and stay out of sight. I'll cover your tracks.
The Codex for Net? I knew Father's inquiries would pay off.
All I see are pages covered in gibberish. What good is a book we can't read?
Edwayne's using his head for once. Old stories don't fill my coin purse. We need to take down the cartel.
I'm telling you, this changes everything. Ah, Quen's accomplice is back. Might I have a word? Ah, Quen's new acquisition. You've been in places you were not supposed to go. And you've seen some things you were not supposed to see. All the hallmarks of a perfect thief. A simple precaution you must understand. As I only just met you, and I'm still evaluating Quen, it only seemed prudent. Now that I'm retired, I do my best to find ways to be useful. Not much more than you already picked up. It won't take the cartel long to figure out that someone got away with the Codex for Net while they were settling things with Lord Iveri. Now, Quen says you found an amulet. May I see it? Why, this is the Prowler's Talisman. There's a story about a thief who found this in the Nowhere Vault, but what became of it remained a mystery. Well, until now. Hang on to it, friend. It could prove useful, if the stories are to be believed. It's said to aid thieves in some way, and that it can be made more powerful. I know someone who specializes in such trinkets. I'll send for them, and they can tell us more. I have no idea how Iveri got his hands on it, but it's yours now.
Well, we've got the Codex. If we can figure out how to use it. Let's talk, partner. Welcome to our Thieves' Den, partner. I filled the Daggerfall gang leaders in on our work at the estate, and the trouble with the Coldane cartel. As expected, none of us are happy to learn that they're interested in the Codex too. Indeed, good thieves, all of them, but they still don't completely trust each other, and they aren't totally sure about me. I'll introduce you to them soon enough. What happened after we split up? You and I have very different ideas about fun, partner. If I'm ever forced to draw my weapon, then something has gone terribly wrong. And going toe-to-toe with those Coldane cartel brutes? No thank you. How did you get away from them, by the way? After the cartel murdered Lord Iveri, it was clear they weren't going to be reasonable. I doubt they gave you a choice, but that's the life of a thief. Sometimes the unexpected gets in the way of the best plans. Were you able to grab any loot? Excellent! That should help confuse anyone trying to determine our true objective at the estate. Give me what you got, and I'll deal with the fence. Don't worry, you'll get your cut. This partnership is off to a great start. Exactly! You and me, two outsiders, working to turn 3 rival gangs into a proper thieves guild? Retrieving the Codex Vornet was just the first step in my plan. And we did it right under the nose of the Coldane cartel. Good work, partner.